Hi friends, welcome to CERITERA with me, Cleona Niandra. Today, I want to tell you a story about the Little Red Riding Hood. Are you ready to hear the story? Come and sit and hear the story. Once upon a time, there was a lovely little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She had this name because her grandma gave her a red hood. She wore it every single day and her grandmother loved her very much. One day, her mother said to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, please take this basket of food to your grandmother. Be careful on the way and do not leave the path." "Don't worry, Mom, I'll be careful," said Little Red Riding Hood to her mother and set out on the way to her grandmother's house. Her grandmother lived in a village on the other side of the wood. As Little Red Riding Hood entered the wood, a wolf met her. She had never seen a wolf before, so she didn't know they were dangerous.
"Good day, Little Red Riding Hood. I'm Wolf. Nice to meet you."
"Hi, Wolf. Nice to meet you too."
"Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?"
"To my grandmother's house."
"Where does she live?"
"She lives on the other side of the village over there. It's the first house in the wood," replied Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf walked next to Little Red Riding Hood and said,
"Look at those pretty flowers. Why don't you pick some for your grandmother?"
Little Red Riding Hood looked and saw all the pretty flowers. She ran off the path and started picking a big bunch of flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf quickly ran straight to grandmother's house and knocked on the door.
"Who's there?" "Little Red Riding Hood, I have some food for you. Please open the door."
Grandmother opened the door. The wolf quickly jumped in and pushed grandmother into the closet.
"Help! Please let me out!"
cried grandmother.
"Be quiet and stay in the closet."
The wolf quickly put on grandmother's dress, cap, and glasses and got into grandmother's bed. After Little Red Riding Hood had picked a big bunch of flowers, she finally arrived at her grandmother's house. She saw the open door and called out, "Good morning!" There was no reply, so she slowly went into the bedroom and saw her grandmother looking in bed, looking very strange. "Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have," said Little Red Riding Hood.
"All the better to hear you with, my child,"
was the reply. "But, grandmother, what big eyes you have."
"All the better to see you with, my dear,"
said the wolf. "But, grandmother, what large hands you have."
"All the better to hug you with, my dear."
"But, grandmother, what terrible big mouth you have."
"All the better to eat you with."
The wolf quickly jumped in and wanted to eat Little Red Riding Hood. She shouted loudly and tried to run away. Just then, a hunter was passing by. He heard Little Red Riding Hood cry and went in. "Go away, wolf!" said the hunter. He pulled out his bow and shot the wolf. The wolf quickly ran away, and Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother lived happily ever after. The end! So friends, the moral of the value that we can take from the story is, first is don't trust strangers easily, and the second is lie will always lose and honesty will always win. That's all the stories from me. See you in the next CERITERA. Bye-bye!